Hello, and welcome to the Turner 2018-19 Athletic Code presentation. This online presentation, or the presentation in the District Auditorium on July 31st, 2018, is required to be viewed one time per school year by all athletes and parents in Turner Middle School and High School. The Turner Athletic Code of Conduct can be found on the Turner Athletics website. You can also obtain a printed copy of the code in either the high school or middle school office. The Turner Athletic Code is in effect 12 months of the year by WIAA rule. In order to participate in athletics, students must be in attendance at school the day of practice or competition. Students must be at school prior to the end of first hour and be in attendance the entire school day. Students may be excused for an appointment with a note from a doctor or a dentist. All other absences must be pre-approved by the athletic director. Student athletes' eligibility is based on the following grading periods: first quarter, first semester, third quarter, and second semester. 1F requires the student athlete to sit out one contest and carry an eligibility card around the first day of every week. 2 or more Fs are ineligible as determined by the WIAA, typically 15 school days. Then they may carry an eligibility card to establish eligibility. High school athletes may regain weekly eligibility by turning in an eligibility restoration card every week until the next grading period. Cards must be turned in to the athletic director by 3:30 the first day of school that week. Middle school athletes may regain weekly eligibility by turning in an eligibility restoration card every week or by meeting 1.5 hours of structured study table time per week. After 3 weeks of study table, the student athlete must be passing all classes or he or she will become ineligible. Our code violations include, but are not limited to, use of, possession of, or being under the influence of alcoholic beverages, tobacco, e-cigarettes, illegal drugs. Being at a party where alcohol or other drugs are present is a code violation, even if the student athlete does not consume the alcohol or use the drugs. If a student athlete is aware of alcohol or drugs being present at a party, they should leave immediately. Other code violations include criminal misconduct, actions unbecoming of an athlete, and falsification of school records. This is our penalty chart for violations of our athletic code. Typically, the first violation is equivalent to 20% of the season. Second violation, 40% of the season, and the third violation being a termination of an athlete's career at Turner. In order for the suspension to count, the student athlete must complete the season in good standing. If a student athlete quits or is removed from the team prior to the end of the season, the game suspended will not count towards serving their athletic suspension. If a student athlete wishes to appeal a code violation, an appeal process is available. The athletic council is made up of all the head coaches, one parent, and one student athlete. The student athlete must write an appeal letter to the principal within 48 hours of receiving a code violation letter. State law requires all athletes, parents, and coaches to sign a concussion and head injury information sheet. This is included in our online registration for athletics. All of our athletes in a contact sport will take an online concussion baseline test. Student athletes that have a concussion must follow the protocol steps to be able to return to action. We will have an athletic trainer at as many practices and competitions as possible. If there's any question about a possible concussion, the student athlete will be removed from the practice or competition. Our next two slides discuss amateur status. WIAA rules state that all student athletes must maintain amateur status in all sports recognized by the WIAA. Student athletes may not accept or receive any award in any form of salary, cash, merchandise, discounts, or a share of proceeds for achievement in athletics. A couple of years ago, a local leather jacket store put up a billboard with the pictures of local high school athletes wearing their leather jackets. The student athletes were offered a discount on their leather jackets. By accepting the discount, the athletes lost their amateur status and thus lost their eligibility. If at any point you have a question about amateur status, please ask your athletic director. If he does not know the answer immediately, he will get an answer from WIAA as soon as possible. Our school athletic fees are $25 per middle school sport and $35 per high school sport. We do have a family cap of $120. The first day of practice and locations for all fall sports are listed here. In winter, we also offer high school basketball, wrestling, and hockey, and middle school basketball and wrestling. In the spring, we offer high school baseball, softball, track, boys golf, and girls soccer. In middle school, track. All student athletes are required to have the following on file in order to practice: a current physical with a date after April 1st, 2017. This is the only actual paperwork that needs to be physically turned in. The athletic code, concussion, WIAA eligibility, alternate year card, and emergency release cards are all included in our online registration. To register online for athletics, you will need to get on a computer and go to the school's website, www.turnerschools.org. Once you are on the Turner website, scroll down and look for the Athletics tab. Once you find the Athletics tab, please click on it. You will now be on the Athletics website. Look at the menu on the left and click on the Athletics registration. The Athletics registration page will pop up. If you are a returning user, click on the View My Account button in the upper right-hand corner. You will then enter your email and password to continue. If you do not remember your password, you can have it reset. If this is your first time registering a student athlete, look for the Registration tab on the top menu, hover over the Registration tab, then select either high school or middle school athletic registration. Once you are finished, you will need to create a password for future use. If at any point during the year you have any questions, please contact me at 608-364-6370, extension 1434, or email me at coldrena@turnerschools.org, or Audrey, our athletic secretary, at nyperta@turnerschools.org. Thank you for viewing the 2018-19 Athletic Code presentation, and let's have another great school year.